The two primary reasons for a person having a trust as far as their personal estate plan. One is the convenience and economics of transferring your property in the event of your death. And the second is a potential tax benefit. You know, we've got an estate that's maybe worth $1.5 million. We don't need to worry about it. Well, if we're talking about 2011, where the tax exemption is $1 million, your half is $750, your spouse's half is $750. At that level, if they're treated independently, you wouldn't have a tax. But if I just have the property in joint tenancy, or if I have a simple will that says when I die, my wife gets everything, I die, and whether it's by joint tenancy or by my will, my $750 transfers to my wife. What does she have? She now has $1.5 million. If the exemption is $1 million, she just now picked up almost a 50% tax on that additional $500,000. So by having a simple will or leaving the property in joint tenancy, that $1.5 million property, which should not bear any tax at all, is now going to pick up 50% of $500,000 or $250,000 in tax. So the process is something that needs to be looked at based on your individual circumstances and your potential for taxes. But the ease of transfer is I can't express to you how important that is. I mean, why come to my office and go through a probate and pay me $12 or $15 or $20,000 to administer your estate when for maybe $1,000 or $1,500 could have done the whole thing and done it in a couple of weeks. So, critical things that you have to know. And I know it's very easy. Folks will go on the internet, as an example, and they'll download some law help thing that has pre-printed forms for trusts, and boy, that's the perfect thing. I'll just take those and I'll fill in the blanks, and it's good to go. I've solved my problems. Or you'll go to a form store, a stationery store, and get a form. Lawyers love it when you do that, because there are all sorts of little rules about documents being partially handwritten and partially typed as to whether they're valid or not. And a lot of times people will just get a printed form and then handwrite in information, or they won't be witnessed properly, and all that does is open the door for not only the fact that the document may be invalid, but if you have a situation where you have excluded someone, or if it's a situation where you're a second marriage and we have your children and my children, and we've said, even if we say something simple like, everything, if we both die, your children get half and my children get half. You die first, and I decide, you know, I really never liked your kids, so I'm going to make just a few adjustments.